Pappy, let's talk it out, talk it out. What's it like? What's life all about? Oh, Pappy, say your piece. Laugh at yourself, slap your knee.
Recorded at Flipside Theater in Superior, Colorado. This is Pappy Hour. Your hosts, Lucas Buddy and Eric Thompson.
Oh, man, we are so, look, I'm going to use the word blessed.
Definitely blessed.
We've had some great dads. This is, I think, episode number 9.
9, maybe? Okay.
Yeah, because we did.
Oh, that's right. We had the other two last week, made 7.
Today's episode
Wow.
9.
Yeah, we had Aaron Coulter on, and man, that was a treat.
Great conversation.
Yeah.
Man. This cat has one kid, and just we talk about like communicating with your partner.
Yeah, parenting styles is so important. You know,
Yeah.
we each have an idea of how we want to parent a kid, but if don't get on the same page often, that's going to create a lot more stress. And
Yeah.
I think that
More
he's
than
talked
it's
about.
necessary,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Listen, you guys,
Conversation.
you figure it out. But there's a lot of dads out there that you're going to hear stories from. So like maybe learn from some of their mistakes.
Yeah.
Learn from some of the things that they're doing. If it works for you, do it. If it doesn't, don't. But communication, you can't go wrong, I think, with solid communication.
So let's hear about Aaron Coulter. It's Pappy Hour.
It's Pappy Hour, baby. Let's do it. We just kind of get, mic check again for me.
Hello.
I'm going to bring you down just a little bit. Keep going.
All right. This is my voice.
Now, I've done something wrong and you're reprimanding me. Give me that.
How dare you?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I don't believe you, but I like the volume. Oh, am I in trouble, Dad?
Oh,
Yeah.
really? What are you going to do this time? Go in your room and cry?
Aaron, man, thank you so much for being on the show. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
It's actually AA Ron.
Aaron, I was
no,
just going to
100%.
say. Yeah, we've got Balake after that. So. Yeah, he's
Yes.
next.
So we just wanted to chat with you a little bit, get your story, man. Like what we kind of go through a couple of different points. What was life like before you were a dad? Who were you?
Yeah.
Right, the nitty gritty of who you were as a human being.
Yeah.
And then what was it like meeting your kid for the first time? And then like, what's the story since then?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
going
You know?
on? But
Take us
take us
wherever you
back to
wanna go.
that. You're like, oh man, no kids. I'm not thinking about kids, or maybe
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it, but I don't have them. Where are you at?
Well, we can start at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I was born and
Not that far back. Not that far back.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll
Fast
speed up.
forward just a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I kind of thought I always wanted kids, and
Yeah.
then I met my wife, and and then that turned pretty serious pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
We did actually move kind of fairly fast. We got married after about a month of dating. No, I'm kidding. No,
I was like, all right, cool,
Yes,
man.
it was
Yeah.
right on.
I was riding with
No,
you.
no.
No shame, no guilt. Yeah. Cool. When you know, you know.
yeah,
yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think you just get married and you're like, well, I guess we'll just have a kid because like, what else are we gonna do?
Right.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not how it went
On
with
the
me and Lauren.
weekends.
Lauren was like, I'm not having kids. I already did this. I have a stepson. He's almost out of high school. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. But she's so cool that I was like, all right, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I was like, if it's just you and me forever, that's not a bad deal.
No, it's not bad.
It's not. I mean, one of my friends was thinking about having a kid and asked me for advice, and I was like, "Don't do it. Don't have a kid."
Don't.
I mean, and for a couple of reasons.
Sure.
One because it actually is really hard, but also because if you're actually ready to have a kid, you won't give a fuck what I think.
That's
Right,
true.
right.
That's true.
So
That's, you know
funny.
what? That's a good point. Like, I want to stand in the road and be like, you shall not pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you get around me, you wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
totally.
Exactly.
That's
and now
funny.
my friend is miserable.
Yeah, yeah, just like the rest of
Yeah,
us.
just-
I mean, we're just kidding, Dad.
Yeah.
This is
yeah. No. Yeah. Don't
you
do
guys-
it.
So you guys moved quickly, but
Yeah.
so you're like, hey, we're married. I don't know. I guess it's
Yeah.
going okay. Let's have a kid now.
So we tried for between making the decision and actually having a kid.
Yeah.
Or sorry, getting pregnant was about a 3-month process, which I wish had lasted longer.
Yeah.
But it was. But yeah, I mean, barely even tried. But at first, like by the second month, I was like, oh my God, I could have been having so much more unprotected sex, like throughout the years.
Right.
I had no idea
That it
and
would
like,
take this long.
we were trying.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
when
my
I say
gosh.
we were trying, I mean like
No, we get it. Okay, this is
railing it.
kids listen to this.
Oh, do they?
Oh, no,
I'm
they
kidding.
Oh, okay. I was like, they shouldn't.
They shouldn't. Right. Totally. You guys are watching the moon.
Yeah.
The whole cycles of things.
Yeah, did you guys
right?
track cycles? And like, we had like somebody, one of
We
my.
didn't even get to that point.
Okay.
It was just.
You were like, I'm pregnant?
yeah. It was a lot of very drunk sex.
Yeah. Why not?
I think
Right.
Stella was conceived on a lot of tequila.
Yeah. As all children should be.
Yeah.
As some of them are.
Yeah.
And I'm going to challenge and say some of them shouldn't be.
That's
That's right, baby.
That's true. Yeah.
That's
But
funny.
I remember my wife telling me that she was pregnant.
Yeah.
The night before we had just gotten unbelievably drunk.
Nice.
And so I was like in bed with a hangover.
Yeah.
And she started screaming my name from like across the house that we were in. And I just remember laying there being like, oh my God, what did I do?
Yeah.
Oh,
What did I
no.
do
You're
last
guilty,
night?
man.
I
Oh,
have messed
jeez.
up. I don't remember. She is very angry at me. And then she walks in and she was like, I'm pregnant. And I was like, oh, I guess I should act happy.
So I don't have to
I
tell
am
you
very
about
relieved.
the.
I was not prepared for that one.
Oh, no kidding.
oh,
So
that's
what is your? You've got this messy brain. All of a sudden, pregnant.
Yeah.
Well,
How long did it take for it to
I'm gonna be a
sink in?
dad.
I was like, oh, well, I guess we should buy a crib? I don't know. Like, we didn't even
What do
think
I do?
about...
Should I wait?
Yeah.
Because you're still thinking about I'm in bed.
Yeah.
Let's think about more beds.
Yeah.
I just wanna sleep, right? I wanna
It probably
just
was
sleep.
that. Yeah.
That's.
I remember.
I'm not getting out of this anytime.
And so, yeah, we did all the responsible things. We stopped drinking and,
Right.
and
For the rest of the day.
Yeah, for the rest of the day. I actually remember vividly telling my wife at the very beginning that I was like, you know what? I'm going to do 9 months of sobriety with you
Yeah.
in solidarity.
I made it 6.
I lasted a week.
Ooh.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Now I feel bad for saying I made it 6.
I mean, that's pretty good. Oh, no, kudos to you. I'm a slob.
Oh, I didn't
there
even
was
try.
a-
I was like,
at
I got
some
a
point
designated
where I was
driver.
like-
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
No,
was
that's true.
awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. It's like it was the best. Thank you, Kristen. Love you.
Yeah.
No end. It's so funny.
But yeah, so we bought some books, and I never read them, but my wife did. And I think one of our early fights was about how I wasn't reading the books.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I made the mistake of saying, "Well, you read them, so like, why don't you just tell me what's in the books?"
Have you gotten any smarter since that time in your life?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, I did eventually read a part of one book she gave me.
Yeah.
That's something.
And then we did parenting classes, which
Okay.
were
Okay.
mostly worthless.
Right.
shit-
Yeah.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I used much of anything in my parenting class.
Oh,
Not
no,
saying
no.
don't go, gentlemen.
Yeah.
There
No.
is information
Absolutely
you'll benefit
go.
from, but
Yeah.
the breathing
Yeah.
thing did not work for either
No.
Kristen.
Oh
or Ryan.
no.
It was like
no.
I was all hyperventilating all of a
Yeah.
sudden. I was like, I'm not doing that. So-
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm interrupting. What
No,
did
no.
you guys find?
No, in one of the classes, they were like teaching me how to give massages to my wife when she was
we
in
did that,
labor.
yeah.
And even at the time, I was like, I don't think she's gonna like me doing this when she's actually
In labor.
In labor, and it
Yeah.
turns out I was right.
Yeah. Yep.
I was very right about that.
Sometimes you are right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, why do I need to read a book? But anyway,
So what did you find out that did help you the most? Like,
Uh-huh.
so you're preparing to become a dad. A lot of the guys that are listening to this are likely either friends of ours and family members
Right.
or preparing to be a dad themselves.
from that period, what
Yeah,
ended up
what helped
helping
you
them?
the most?
I think it was just understanding what the structure of the days would be like.
Interesting.
I think that just thinking about like what does it really mean to have like a feeding schedule? And, like what does it really like? What are the things that you think might be important to just even have on hand ahead of time? Like so many diapers, but
Yeah.
then you
More
always
than
get the
you would
diaper.
think.
You get the diaper sizes wrong, which is what happened to us.
Sure.
I had to buy an absurd number of more diapers.
Did you buy
my
too
gosh.
big of diapers? Or
I think
too
we bought
small?
too small
Too small.
because he was a
small.
big guy.
Oh, man.
Our kid was a chunker. Yeah.
Sometimes they come out huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was things like that, and I think I think I was expecting it to be a lot more helpful. I remember after our son was born, just feeling completely useless, like with the breastfeeding happening.
Sure.
And
Right.
It was just like, all the stuff going on with my wife, and I would just be standing there like, well, I guess I can make you a sandwich. I don't know.
You want me to read a book to you?
Yeah. Every time I felt like I tried to hold the baby
Yeah.
or hang out with the baby, he
Did
just flipped out.
feel free not to answer this question, but did your kid ever try to nurse on you?
No.
Okay,
He
well,
did not.
me either. Why would I say that? That's never happened to me.
Obviously.
Why are you looking at me like
I can
that?
imagine you with your
that's
shirt
funny.
off.
Yeah.
Just being like, make this beautiful.
I never wanted to wake up in the middle of the night going, no.
It's not gonna.
that.
It's not gonna happen.
I remember the thing that infuriated my wife the most was that I still can sleep through anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Oh,
So
boy.
our son would literally, we had him in a little bassinet at the foot of our bed.
Yeah.
He would wake up screaming. My wife would get up, and then apparently I would just be dead asleep, and she would just get infuriated. But then I would wake up the next morning, and I'd be like, "Wow, this
fresh.
is great, babe.
Yeah.
Like we should have another kid." And I think I could just see her eyeing the knives.
Totally.
In the
She's all
kitchen.
bleary-eyed
Yeah.
and just even the kid is grimacing at
Yeah.
you. Come on, Dad. That's right. But I love that comment of feeling helpless because even in even in the birthing process, I was just like, I don't know what to do except for just let you just rip chunks of my chest hair out of my chest. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's all I'm good for right now. I don't know what to do for you other than try and give you reassuring. And then, she had a way of taking care of the kids, and I was always like, am I doing enough? Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I would just go, yeah, you do it. But it was interesting as Kristen went back to work in my case. And so,
nice.
and did it in the evenings. And so every evening I was the parent, and boy, that allowed me to go, okay, I can do this, and I can have that. Where did you ever feel like, okay, I'm not helpless anymore, and I'm actually...
I think, it was right around when we switched him to formula. That was like as soon as we got off of breastfeeding, then it wasn't so much on my wife, and I was I could actually do, because she tried pumping, but that didn't apparently work very well.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't, for guys out there listening, it doesn't always work, and it's something to be super supportive of your wife. It can be a really emotional thing if they, for some reason, can't lactate, or if the kid can't latch. Not everybody has a great journey, so if you do, be super grateful.
Yeah. And it was interesting, hearing all of my wife's friends' stories about it, because apparently breastfeeding is one of the worst experiences that you'll ever go through.
Interesting.
So thank God it didn't work for you.
Lauren says it's actually taxing. She'll be sitting there breastfeeding our daughter, and she's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, this is just taking a lot out of me. And now that I think of it, it is taking a lot out of her.
Right, totally.
Yeah. It's
How is it like? I want to backtrack a little bit because we kind of skipped over you meeting your kid for the first time. We heard a little bit about what life was like before you were a dad, but those moments, that moment leading up to and the day where you were holding your kid and you hear the sound this kid makes for the first time.
There's my chunker.
What was that like for you?
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, when they first come out, they're just like an alien blob.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, okay, I guess this is a thing now.
Yeah.
And I remember that time thinking oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Right.
I remember thinking that.
Yeah.
And now when I look back at pictures, I'm like, that kid was fucking hideous.
Sure, yeah.
Oh my God.
gosh.
Same experience. I remember going to work a couple weeks later. I was just going, it's just so cool. I mean, he's actually cute. And everybody was I was looking there, all just going, oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's
right,
nice.
That's nice, Eric. And you could just hear the murmuring after I'd leave. And I was like, oh, they must still be talking about my son, my beautiful son.
Yeah. I am convinced it's like a biological trick.
Yeah.
Some brain
It is.
chemistry
Yeah.
happens. So I remember mostly thinking about my wife because she was pretty messed up at that point. But I remember being in the hospital, and I fucking nailed swaddling.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Like first time out?
I swaddled the shit out of
Did
that
you watch
kid.
any
man.
videos? Did you just figure it out?
But I had there was a really great nurse, and she was like, "This is how you do it
Yeah.
correctly." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god."
Dude can pay attention, can
Yeah.
follow instructions,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
just nailed the swaddling.
I did.
swaddle.
I
It's
did.
important to get a win out of the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this was during COVID time. So, we're all, this was actually even before we all had to wear masks.
Oh,
So
interesting.
we weren't even sure if I was going to like be able to go into
Go
the
in,
hospital.
right?
Yeah.
So
How did that feel?
It felt terrible.
Yeah.
And the rule at that time though was that I could go in with her, but if I left, I wasn't allowed back in.
Right.
At all. And the thing about the hospital room was that they had, an awesome crib, bassinet thing for the baby, and they had an awesome bed for my wife, and they had the floor
Yeah.
for me, and that was it.
Oh, man.
So we were in there, and I would just literally sleep on the floor and just be like, all right, this is, I'm not going to complain to my wife about
Sure,
it.
sure.
Absolutely not.
So it was
So
fun.
this was a long labor then.
No, actually, yeah, she was.
You just needed a nap.
She popped. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we were
There's
in
a theme here, folks.
Yeah, we were in the hospital for about 24 hours,
Oh,
but the actual
okay.
labor part was probably
Was
about
pretty quick.
6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah,
And so 6 hours, you're just there hanging out, just like twiddling your thumbs,
Yeah. On the
supporting
floor.
your wife, maybe.
I tried to be helpful a little bit, and we had talked a lot about like. Not doing an epidural because she didn't want to do that.
Sure.
And then she was in labor and she was like, "We're getting the fucking epidural."
Yeah,
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 right,
yeah.
right.
All right,
Yeah.
okay.
Totally.
So I'm like helping her.
Not that
do
I ever want to tell people what they should do, but like,
Right.
let's listen to how many stories and stories you will hear on
Yeah.
this show of women who are like, "I'm not doing it,"
Yeah.
and always, not always. I've met some women that don't,
Mm-hmm.
but like, there's no shame in the game.
No, and it
Right?
helped a lot. I mean, she literally took a nap after they
Yeah.
put in the epidural.
Right.
It was just like this
Yeah.
pop,
Right.
like, done.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah. It was
Slow
pretty-
down.
Yeah.
Slow down. You're going to be a parent for a long time. Just
Yeah.
Let's take it easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
But-
gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So epidural goes in. She's good.
Yeah.
And then your kid gets here, and like, what is that like?
The
Are you
hold.
scared?
I was, yeah. I did, I don't really have a lot of experience. I hadn't had a lot of experience with babies, so like they handed me the baby, and I was just like, all right, well, I'm not going to drop it.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
I kind of like. I remember thinking like, I can't drop this baby.
Right,
Can't
right.
drop
There's like 8 people in this room,
Right.
and many of them
And they're
could
all
kill me.
and they're
Like,
all staring at
Yeah.
you. Don't
Yeah.
drop it.
yeah.
So they hand you a living human being, and then they're like, "How long was it before they
right.
were like, all right, bye,
See ya.
go
Oh,
home?"
it was. Yeah, I mean, like it seemed like people were poking in with the baby and like doing stuff every hour.
Yeah.
For like probably the first 24 hours, and then we left the hospital because it was COVID and that's
Yeah.
And like I hated being there
Ugh.
because we literally couldn't leave the room
Yeah, yeah.
at all.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, right.
Yeah, so like she couldn't go for a walk, like couldn't go anywhere,
Oh my
so
gosh.
I
you
couldn't
guys are
leave.
going nuts.
We're going like crazy. So
That's crazy. So
so
then
yeah.
you leave the hospital with your newborn, vulnerable ass baby.
And
Yeah.
they
in
let you
COVID
leave.
times.
Yeah.
And they let you leave with no like.
Well, kind of, because like this was in Seattle, and so Seattle they take stuff like this pretty seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like when we left, they were like, you can't leave until we see you with the proper car seat, like
Nice.
with your baby, and
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
actually
wow.
and actually do all that.
That's impressive.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Actually.
mean, yeah, it's actually kind of reassuring. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, all right, this is great. So like, yeah, and they, they were like, oh, this is wrong, and like fixed a few things. I didn't do it tight enough. Like I
Sure,
was
sure,
so
sure.
afraid of like killing
Yeah.
the baby.
Sure.
So we were like, no, you gotta
no.
like pull the
Yeah,
thing.
It's got to be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be tight in there. And I
Yeah.
was like, we're gonna kill the baby.
Yeah,
Nah, no, it's fine.
No.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I
It's-
have-
yeah,
I
it's
will-
just 23 years ago when we left with my oldest, it was like nobody checked us. And Chris and I were just
No.
walking out going, seriously, nobody is checking us at all. And I was just like, I'm just going, I didn't even put a car seat in.
You're like,
I
all right,
Oh my
fine.
god, yeah. You're lighting the cigarette. It's like-
Totally. Finally, I can open this bottle
Yeah.
of booze. That's funny, though.
You're like, hold on, kid.
yeah.
That's really cool that actually they did sort of walk you out and just make sure, okay, you guys are safe.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
They're getting better
It
and
did-
better at
It
it.
did make me think though, like if I was like in the freedom loving crowd, like could I have just been like fuck you guys and just like walked
totally.
out? Like
You could have.
I probably could have.
You could have. Yeah.
But
That's that's your right as an American.
yeah,
Right.
that is true.
Yeah.
You don't even think about that stuff though when they're when you have that little baby because
Yeah.
you're just so like
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
I
mess
know,
this
I
up.
know,
Yeah.
I kid, but you really do. Like it does. Even back in the day when it was like the 80s and we could sit in the back of the car and with no seatbelt and run from back. I mean, our parents still were like probably like, is he okay? Is everything okay? I mean, they
Yeah.
care. They still love us, right?
That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man. So you get this baby, you take it home, and now it's up to you and your wife to keep this thing alive. What has life been like? Because your kid is not a baby anymore. Your kid,
No, now he's in kindergarten.
In kindergarten.
Yeah. Now our son's in kindergarten. He's
big
doing great.
personality, little personality.
Super big personality, very, very outgoing, very like sports driven.
Oh,
nice.
Very active.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is, wasn't, like you think about what kind of kid you want, and it's never the kid that you have. It's always like, I love reading and I love watching movies.
You're
Yeah.
like reading, but not necessarily birth books.
Yeah. Those books suck.
All right, the truth is coming out.
I
Yeah.
agree, but anyways, go on.
Do
yeah.
better, birth books.
Yeah, do better. Include some pictures. No, actually, don't.
Exactly.
they
Make
say-
it a graphic novel, man.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
that's what's gonna
I
happen.
would have read that.
You might not get the kid that you want, but do
Right.
you think it's the kid that you need?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
neat.
I think so because now I like have to go biking with my kid.
Yeah.
Right.
I have to throw like footballs down. Like,
Yeah.
I had to learn how to throw a football.
Good
to,
for
like-
you.
to, like I'm terrible at it. But
No, it's good
I'm
though.
trying.
You got to be terrible at
Yeah.
stuff. You can't be
But-
great at everything.
But it made me realize like my dad is a super active athlete guy. Like he was like played D1 football or something. Like
Yeah.
a huge football guy, and still is incredibly active.
Yeah.
Even though he's retired. And he, looking back on it, was probably very disappointed with me as a kid because, like, I hated sports, and I just was never into that type of stuff.
Maybe you weren't the kid he wanted, but the kid he
right.
needed.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
now it turns out he has his favorite grandson.
Oh, 100%.
by far.
100%. He's just going, your dad couldn't throw like that.
And you're like, Dad, I'm right here.
Yeah,
Dad.
He's like, I know.
yeah,
No.
yeah. I was excited to come on this podcast and talk about my daddy issues.
Yeah, totally. We all do.
We all do it. We just don't know that we're doing it.
That's
Like,
funny.
Listen, it's not like our kids are going to grow up, and even as loving and as kind and as understanding, there's going to be some way we fuck them up, and they're going to be like,
Oh yeah,
I mean, hopefully it's less than
Right.
what. I mean, listen, I love my parents, and I think they did honestly 100% the best with what they had.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did everything they did out of love and kindness, love, and wanting
and
for me to be
desperation.
safe.
Yeah.
yeah.
But they're just trying to figure it out.
100%.
Yeah, yeah. It turns out everybody is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything, any surprises that you're like, that was easier than I expected?
The birth was pretty easy
Okay.
for me.
For
Yeah.
you,
For my wife, it
Yeah.
ripped her
Yeah.
vagina in half.
Yeah.
Oh no,
right.
not
it's
in
like-
half. That sounds horrible.
Thankfully, it wasn't in thirds.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Don't do math. Okay, it's not that kind of podcast.
Right.
No, I mean, actually, looking back on it, like it was, as a dude, like, the birth stuff was pretty easy. I was kind of just a bystander.
Yeah.
Well,
it
what
felt
was-
surreal. It felt like I was just in a movie, and just
Totally,
like watching,
isn't it? Yeah.
watching the actors do their thing.
Totally. You got front
Yeah.
row, and it's not a bad sight until certain things come out, and you're just like, whoa,
Yeah.
yikes,
Yeah.
whoa. That's
Yeah.
what they were living off of?
Oh, man.
man.
Yeah. Are you talking about the placenta?
I am. We're
Yeah.
going back to the placenta.
We've talked about the
That's-
placenta a couple times on this show.
It's
I'm going to keep
rough.
saying it. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
I'm going to
It's
normalize
big.
placenta.
We're
Let's
gonna
do that.
normalize placenta.
What was the toughest part about it, though?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had a lot of easy parts, but like,
What's been challenging, other than learning to throw a football?
I would say it was just learning how to co-parent with my wife.
Yeah.
That's probably
Gosh,
been
that's huge.
the
Yeah.
hardest part.
Yeah.
Because it turns out you don't talk about how you want to be a parent with your spouse until you have a kid.
Yeah.
And it
Wow,
turns out maybe that's not a great time.
I mean, you could, like,
could. You should.
to guys out there
Oh, man.
thinking about having a
should.
kid, like, talk about it now.
yeah.
Right?
Talk about
Real.
names ahead of time.
Yeah.
My wife and I disagreed on almost every
Yeah.
name
Nice.
that we came up with.
Yeah.
Wow.
And in my defense, her suggestions were awful.
Oh, dumb.
But
They were
she-
dumb. Dumb woman
Yeah.
brain. No,
Obviously
come on.
from
No,
a-
no.
yeah.
No, absolutely
No,
not.
Yeah. No, I'm really happy about the name that we picked. But
Yeah.
it was just coming up with the parenting style and like how do you divvy up the work equitably and,
Yeah.
and equally. That's something that honestly we still are working on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're almost like,
and I think everybody does. I think that's probably that's going to be a great takeaway from this cast, just because that was something that my wife and I work on still to this day.
Yeah.
It's not something that's been mastered. And then because I was always quick to go no to a kid, even though I knew I would acquiesce, but I had to have more information. And Kristen's just like, no, they can go do that. What's your problem? I'm just like, well, I need to know this. And she goes, no, you don't. They, just go let them go do it. I'm just like, well, now you're undermining me. She goes, no, you're just being a dumbass. So, so I learned a lot from that, and I had to take it back of like, I don't have to be that protective, but there was it's very different, and having gotten to also be a dad, like if Kristen goes away for a few days, there is something that I enjoy about being that sole parent for a couple of days, but not long term.
Yeah.
So that's I don't want to do that a lot, but
single parenting is hard.
without a
Yeah.
doubt, especially those extended periods
That's
too.
brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, you learn about it's almost like you're co-captains of a ship on fire.
Yeah, yeah, and it's leaking poop everywhere.
Yes,
everywhere.
oh my gosh, no kidding. You're not drowning in water.
No, I
it's-
wish it was
worse.
water.
Yeah, no
Oh my
doubt.
God.
No doubt. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh man.
So brilliant.
Yeah.
Where do you have any hopes or goals from here on out? I mean, it's like that co-parenting, still learning to do it. Is there anything that you would love to see from your own self, or has there been some growth that you're like, hey, you know what? I'm doing this really well.
I think the thing that I've also kind of realized about parenting is that as they get older, the baby phase is just the baby phase. It's more about just keeping them alive and keeping your marriage intact.
Yeah, there.
But now that like I can have real conversations with my son, what I've realized is that it's really important to like be the role model instead of like giving the lectures.
Yes.
And it's so much easier to be like, don't do that versus okay, maybe I shouldn't sit on the couch and eat potato chips and watch TV for like 2 hours because turns out he notices things like that.
Yeah.
And he also tells mommy when daddy's eating McDonald's a
Oh,
lot.
you little snitch.
Yeah, little snitch. I bought you a Happy Meal.
I got you
to
a
shut
Happy
you
Meal.
up.
I don't know where your toy went, Flush.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yeah,
great.
dude, they're watching us every single minute of the day that we don't think.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great point. It is like the biggest thing you can do for your kids is to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And do it in front of them. And even
Right.
like if you mess up, like show them how to like repair.
Repair it, yeah.
You know?
Or
when you lose it,
Yeah.
like, hey, I could have done that better.
Yeah.
yeah, I just snapping at my kids before. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I know what came over me, but I didn't handle it the way I've been trying to have you learn to handle it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
going back over it, and like, there can be moments like that. But
Yeah.
you want to try and limit it for sure.
Yeah. Or even, I realized that for years, I would lie to my kid just to like keep the peace about things.
Sure.
Like,
Yes.
like
How well did that work?
Well, now it's things like I forget exactly what this place was, but there was like this one indoor playground that he really loved, and I would always be like, nah, it's closed on Saturdays.
On
So,
Saturdays,
like,
of course.
it's
The
like-
most popular
yeah,
day.
it's like no, we can't. He was like, can we go? And I was like, no, it's closed today.
Now they have the internet.
But we took him like the other Saturday or whatever, and he was like, well, no, we can't go because it's closed. And I was like, well, okay, hold on.
It's a special special
It's a
occasion.
special thing. They got funding to open more hours.
If you lied about this,
Yeah.
what else have you lied
Yes.
about?
Right.
Yeah. So it's things like that that are
Yeah.
kind of coming back all of a sudden.
Totally.
And like biting me. So I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man. It turns
Oh,
out
my
it's a little
gosh.
human being. And
It
you're
is.
just like,
Yeah.
oh crap.
Yeah. Oh,
And they
my gosh.
understand, I think, more. That's been my experience with Stella. Like, she just like it amazes me every day. Like, just like
Yeah.
I'll say something and she's like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm like, wait, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
totally.
yeah. Yeah.
It's nuts.
Even
Yeah.
at 1 year old. I mean,
Even at 1 year
you'd
old.
be shocked at what they
It's
really
amazing.
retain. It's a lot.
Yeah, total
Absolutely.
sponge. They just take it all in, and they're watching. That's why they're just quiet at that beginning part, just going, "I'm taking this in. I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're not supposed to be doing that, and I'm only 6 months old, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't say anything yet.
Yeah.
But I'm holding that. I'm holding that.
I remember before my son started talking, I was like, all I want is for him to speak and just like to hear his voice. And then after he started talking, I was like, I just want you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, please.
Just please stop talking.
You're done.
Oh my God.
With all love and care, please stop talking. Please.
Oh, Kristen used to have this one where the kids would so upset her. She just goes, "I should not want to eat my young. I should
Yeah.
not want to eat my young."
You got to have mantras like that
Yeah.
as a
Man,
parent.
It was great.
Oh, I remember in Seattle at the time before he was born, they had these huge billboards that I would see on my way to work, and it would say things like, "Don't shake your
Yes.
baby." Oh, you
I've
saw
seen
them?
those.
too?
I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
those. Yes.
It was like a big billboard that's like, "Don't shake your baby," and I was like, "Who's out there shaking their baby? That's terrible."
Have a baby.
Yeah,
And then
have a baby.
And then I had a baby, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to shake my
I'm
baby.
not gonna do
but
it,
like,
but
I get it
yeah.
now."
Yeah.
Why?
It hits different.
Yeah.
That
It's-
statement, it hits different.
Yeah. And before I was like, when could a billboard possibly stop someone from shaking a baby? Well, like one time my kid was like having a meltdown, and I was like, I remember the billboard.
Yeah,
The
totally.
billboard said, "Don't
Billboards
shake your
save
baby."
lives.
Yeah.
Well,
Billboard-
I had that experience. I guess that was the one thing in a birthing class was
He talked about don't shake-
Well, no, don't shake. Well, they did actually say
did.
that, but
okay.
it was more along the lines of, "Hey, if you're upset, remove yourself."
Yeah.
And I remember, and I mentioned this on a previous one, but I was so upset with the kid, and I opened the door, and my neighbor is pulling up, and he can hear my oldest son just screaming, and then the door closes. You can't hear it anymore, and he goes, "Hey, Eric, how's your day?" And I just go, "Ah!" And then I go, "Have a great night." He goes, "You too." And I open the door and wave back, and he just hears the screaming, and he's
Yeah.
just like, "Oh man!" Close the door, and I just come,
Yeah.
"Okay, kiddo, now I'm ready."
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
remove yourself. It really is important.
Yeah.
It
So,
is, yeah.
And have like friends that you can talk to about it. Like, don't put it all on your wife. Like, I know I have a couple of guys in my life that, and I was kind of like this before. Like, I didn't have a lot of guy friends, and so like I was a serial monogamist, and I would just like my partners would be like my best friends,
Yeah.
and then like and when I met Lauren, she's like, "You got to get some other friends."
Oh my God. Literally the same thing with my wife. One time I told her, this was years after we got married, and I was like, "You know what? You're my best friend." And she was like, "That's nice."
What she really meant was, "That's terrifying."
Yeah. She was like, "Maybe you should have other friends."
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's common.
Yeah, so like I think that's something that I want to put out there to now that you're a part of the
Pappy Hour crew.
the Pappy
Pappy
Hour
Hour.
crew. Now that you're a Pappy,
You're a Pappy, maybe.
like we gotta like start talking to each other and like
Yeah.
and communicate. And there's something about like talking to other guys or other dads, whatever that might be, that we can connect on that level regardless of what else we might differ on. And communication is key in our relationships with our partners and with our kids. And this is a great training ground for it, because like I can say stuff to you, you can say stuff to me, and check each other on stuff that maybe are, I'm going to say, unhealed versions of ourselves can't handle from our spouses or from our kids. And this is where we grow. We help grow. When I was growing up in the church, the Bible would say iron sharpens iron. But there's a lot of truth to that, you know?
Yeah. Generally, you want a sharper metal to sharpen a metal.
God damn
like
it,
diamond.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, coming through.
The A's are silent, actually.
Oh, sorry, Aaron.
Ron.
No, just wrong.
Ron.
Totally
Dang it.
Ron.
I can't do anything right.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
Well, Aaron, thank you so much for being on the show, man.
Absolutely.
It's
What
been,
a treat.
it's been a blast. Before you leave, I don't think I gave you this prep, but do you have, you strike me as someone who would.
Might, yeah.
Do you have a dad joke?
Like, this is actually one of my son's favorite jokes. Because now he's... Sorry, this is
Yes,
this is
gets
one of my
humor,
son's
right?
favorite jokes. Because now he can actually start... He's starting to learn how to, like, spell and, like, read.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so I asked him, like, what do you call a fish with no eye?
I don't think I've heard this one. What do you call a fish with no eye?
And there you have it,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. That's
All right, that's Aaron
dad
Coulter,
joke.
you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks,
so much
Aaron.
for being here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Fantastic.
thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
That's great.
yeah. Cheers. That was wonderful.
You only get one spin around this rock. You only have so many days until it stops. And how you show up for your kids, well, that's your superpower. You might not know it now, but this is your Pappy Hour. Pappy Hour, let's talk it out, talk it out. What's it like? What's life all about? Oh, Pappy Hour, say your piece. Laugh at yourself, slap your knee, pull up a chair.